Hello everybody, welcome to my world, tarot and more. Something just overcame me and was telling me do a Pisces money reading. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get these cards shuffled and we're going to do, and it's strictly a money reading for finances, okay? It might not be as long as a normal reading, or it might be a little longer. I don't know. We'll see where the cards takes us. Let me get these shuffled. Spirit, higher beings, and ancestors, show me the cards for beautiful Pisces and their finances. If you haven't already, please hit that like and that subscribe button for me. Just trying to get my channel to grow. Shuffled. Do one more. And then I'll pull a few cards from my Sacred Forest Oracle deck also to get some advice from a spirit on finances for you today, Pisces. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to do a little bit in the past, some in the present, and then what's to come, okay? And any reverse cards, I'm going to leave them, okay? Okay, so for the recent past, for Pisces and their money, I got the Ace of Cups, which is a lot of creativity going on and some emotional stuff, some overwhelming emotions. And then I get the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which is, for some of you in the recent past, you felt like there was a lost opportunity when it comes to your money. Yeah. And I think a lot of it had to do with lack of, and I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing, a lack of foresight and planning, and okay, because that is in reverse. And then I get the Hermit, which is upright, and he's soul searching, trying to listen to his inner guidance, okay? Especially with that lack of planning and foresight, okay? You definitely took a step back. Yeah, and thought of ways, maybe you decided to think, okay, what can I do to improve this? Okay? Let's go ahead and go off that Ace of Cups, and I get the King of Pentacles in reverse, and I also get the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so in the recent past, as far as money goes, Pisces, over top of that Ace of Cups, upright, some of you might have been in a position where you or somebody else, because there's a lot of Pisces out there, was very controlling, domineering, okay? And you were struggling with that. Because Pisces are very independent, you know, and we don't like conflict. We're like sponges, okay? So if someone's being domineering and controlling, and we soak that in, and it throws us off balance. Okay, and so with that Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it's a lack of long-term vision, limited success. Yeah, so somebody definitely in your past, the energies around you, and it could be you, Pisces, that maybe lost a job or lost some income due to somebody being that domineering, controlling, and you lost vision on to where, you know, you should go, not feeling safe in your job, or you could have been the person in charge and felt like you got out of control, okay? Because it is a collective Pisces, okay? So if it resonates, please let me know in the comments below if you like me doing my readings like this, specific kind for certain things. Okay, so let's go ahead and go off that Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You know, am I too loud? Let me see if I can't turn this volume down. Okay, let's see if that helps. With the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, like I said, that's like a lost opportunity, a lack of planning and foresight. So for some of you, it might mean that you were the one you were the one that was being the overbearing and too controlling, maybe, and you could have lost a job over it, or you decided to leave because you weren't going to be in a toxic environment. Okay, so let's go ahead and go off that. Yeah, I got the Knight of Swords in reverse, but you were with the Knight of Swords. He's a quick in reverse. He's a quick thinker. He gets organized. He gets perspective, and he gets independent. Like I said, Pisces are very independent. Okay, and you decide enough is enough. Yeah, and then we'll go off of that. In reverse, I got the Ten of Cups, which is a misalignment. Yeah. Some problems at home because of finances. Yeah, let's go ahead and go off the Hermit. I'll draw 2 cards on that. Okay, so I got the Moon upright and I got the Knight of Wands upright. So definitely someone having some problems with finances as far as work and cause problems at home. Okay, with the Moon card, it's showing that you have some illusions about something, some anxieties and fear, and I'm sure it's since this is a money reading, finance reading, it's definitely over that. Okay, it's just showing that in your recent past you had that. With the Knight of Wands, over top of that, it's just showing that you've got some impulsiveness going on and in the recent past, and you took some action. Okay, so if you did lose a job or quit a job, you definitely, and problems at home, you definitely took some action to try and fix that. Okay, yes, so let's go ahead and go off the present and see how Monies is doing now. Okay, so here in the present, as far as monies go, I got the Seven of Cups, the Chariot upright, and I got in reverse the Page of Swords. So with the Seven of Cups upright here in the present, again, there's another that illusion card. You got some wishful thinking going on. You got some choices that are there. Okay, it's also can be used as an as an imagination. So if you are like a creator, an artist or something, use your imagination on ways that can help you prosper, because this is a very good, you just think about it, think how you want those cups filled, and think of ways, especially being Pisces, because you're very, very talented, a lot of Pisces are artists. So you're very talented and you've got great imagination. Use your intuition. Pisces are very good with their intuition. So use your intuition with that. And then I get the Chariot. Yeah, you get control, willpower, victor. You're determined to make things work, and that's following, that Seven of Cups. So you're definitely going to see some, or are seeing some things coming up due to the actions that you took. Okay, with that Page of Swords in reversed here in the present, there are going to be some energies around you or you that are going to make some undelivered promises. Okay, so it could be maybe you're trying to get a loan and the bank says, oh yeah, you'll be fine, and then you don't get it. Or it could be someone saying, oh yeah, we'll hire you, and then they don't. Something where there's some undelivered promises is coming up here in the present, if it hasn't already. Okay, and we'll get more into that when I get the cards for that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and go off that Seven of Cups. So I get the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's showing that you are having some financial issues, because this is a card of financial disarray, but don't give up. Okay, you're just trying to think that through. Like I said, use your imaginations on how you can fix the financial problems. Okay, let's go ahead and go off that. Yeah, and then I get the King of Wands, which is you're a natural born leader. Okay, you have vision. You are an entrepreneur. Okay, that's what that card represents. So you definitely see yourself and are manifesting the things that you want to get you out of this financial problems. Okay. So with the Chariot, it's a victor. It's an assertion card. It's a determination card. Okay. So let's go ahead and go off that. The Queen of Swords in reverse, okay? She's over top of that. That's just saying, don't overthink stuff, okay? Don't be over emotional. Don't overthink anything. Don't be malice. Don't hold bad feelings towards anybody, because she's representing some kind of bad energies, and it could be energies around you. Get rid of those energies. You don't need them right now, okay? If it's you, go outside, take a walk, take a deep breath, and be that beautiful Pisces that I know you can be, okay? Because we all have bad days, okay? So it happens. But light a candle, drink a cup of tea, have a glass of wine, do whatever you need to do to get you back into that positive energy. Because remember, whatever you put out into the universe, whether it be actions, words, emotions, that's what's going to come back to you, okay? So if it's positive you're putting out, positive is what you're going to get back, okay? So let's go ahead and go off her. Yeah, and then I get the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is open to new perspectives, okay? It's a release. Like I just said, get rid of that negative energy and release it. And it looks like you are doing that in the present, okay? If you haven't already. So let's go ahead and go off that Page of Swords. Now remember, he's all about undelivered promises, okay? And that could have been part of that negative energy that was hanging around, with that Queen of Swords in reverse. So let's go ahead and go off him. So I get the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. You are over-invested in work, financial setbacks, okay? So you are definitely still have that energy of, okay, I need to fix things, but you recognize it. You start recognizing it here in the present, okay? And once you recognize it and get that positive energy out there, say, okay, I need to fix, okay, I know what I did wrong. I'm going to change that by my actions and my emotions, and, or change the energies around you that are causing that. It looks like, you start feeling better about things, okay? And things start, because over top of that, I got the Four of Pentacles, which is control, stability, security, conversations. Things will start coming to you. If you've noticed, this is present. Once that bad energy is recognized and changed, conversations start coming in about new financial stability and prosperity, okay? Control. You start getting control again, okay? And that's here in the present. Wow. So you're definitely on the right track, okay? Let's go ahead and go off the near future. Okay. Okay, let me look here. Okay, so here in the near future. Now, don't get discouraged if everything isn't all just perfect and butterflies and glitter, because life isn't about all that, okay? Sometimes we have to take 2 steps back to get 2 steps forward, okay? So here in the near future, there's definitely going to be a reunion of some kind, and it could be, with, because this is a money reading, an old boss calling you, or, the boss that you just left, or maybe you calling them saying, hey, I apologize, or them calling you saying they apologize for whatever situation to put you, and that's definitely coming in the near future. Something like that. It has to do with money, okay? It's definitely a reunion, so it has to do with some sort of reunion to do with your money, okay? With your financial situation. And then I get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, okay? And that in reverse it's kind of, you just feel like some bad luck is coming to you, or there's some bad luck energies around you. Negative external forces, like maybe someone is trying to sabotage you, and that energy you feel like is getting out of control. Okay? So it could have something to do with this reunion. If it is, back away. Don't even do that. Change that path. Okay? And then I get the Death card in reverse, which is resistant to change and able to move on. Okay? Yeah. So what I'm seeing just from these three cards is, with that reunion, if you follow the path that you were on and it takes you to some sort of reunion of an ex-boss or an ex-coworker, something that says, oh yeah, let's just apologize or whatever, don't fall for it, because it's bad. It's going to bring you some bad luck, okay, and some ways of you not being able to move on and get past it, okay? There's reasons for everything. There's a reason why jobs change. There's a reason why sometimes we have a door close, okay? It's so that a fresh one can open up, okay? And if you go back, you're just going to get back into the same situation that you were in, okay? And this is in the near future, so you can always change that path. Okay, so let's go ahead and go off that reunion. Yeah, that reunion, there's a judgment card. It's a rebirth, intercalling, an absolution. So with that reunion being finances, this being around finances, I would say, that's an absolution. That's the past. Leave it in the past. Okay? Yeah. And then I get the King of Swords in reverse. They're very, okay, the energy around is manipulation, abusive, okay, in reverse. So don't do it. Don't. If an ex-boss calls or you're thinking, okay, I'm going to go apologize and try and get this old job back, don't. Do not, because it's going to lead you down a path you don't want to go financially. Let's go off that Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the Hangman. It's a separation, it's restriction. Yeah, wow, it's definitely telling you, do not do the reunion. Do not. Okay, let's go off that Hangman. Got a lot of reverse cards. Queen of Wands in reverse. Shy, aggressive, demanding. Again, don't go backwards. Okay, let's go off that Death in reverse. Although you might have hope in it, and, with the Death in reverse and its resistance to change, unable to move on, you're feeling like things ain't coming quick enough for you. Remember that there is always hope and, inspiration just around the corner. Pisces, use your imagination, figure it out, walk yourself through it, okay, because you don't want to go backwards. And then I get this is great. Then I get the Four of Cups upright. Like I said, walk yourself through it. Sit down, take a moment, contemplate on things. Because with the Four of Cups, that is reevaluation. And that's funny that it came up just after I said that. You need to reevaluate stuff, okay? As far as money situations. Okay, let's do an overall. Now, and then I'll get some advice from the Sacred Heart, okay? Overall is upright, the Four of Swords, okay? Relaxation and rest, you contemplate stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and go off that. Yeah, and then I get the full beginnings, spontaneity. And then I get the Queen of Pentacles, practical, down to earth, security. So things, once you start contemplating, and don't go backwards, do not do that reunion when it comes to finances. Do not go to that old job. Do not accept that call from your old boss. Don't take 2 steps back, because contemplate stuff. With that Four of Cups, you see something's coming that you're not seeing yet, and that's in the near future. And it's going to take you away. It's going to take you to that serenity, to that good place, okay? That spontaneity, that feeling free, that new beginnings, okay? That's what this represents. So, and that's overall. And it all stems from, you thinking things through, okay? Let's go ahead and get some advice from Spirit, from my Sacred Force Oracle cards. And if this resonates, please leave me a comment. I'd like to know. Hit that like button, that subscribe for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Spirit, higher beings, ancestors, show me 3 advice cards for my beautiful Pisces and their finances at this time. And Pisces, don't feel bad. We're all struggling right now. It's the world we live in right now, and it'll all work out. One door closes, another one opens. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and pull 3. So I've got Wolf Spirit, Family. And I've got Raven Spirit, The Truth. And I've got Standing Stones, Passage. Okay, so Wolf Spirit, Family. I think that what Spirit is trying to say is surround yourself with family. Get that family energy, get that connection, because they want to see you succeed, okay? Family, if you don't, it doesn't have to be blood relation either. Family could be, your best friend, your soulmate, your twin flame. It can be, whoever you consider family, whoever's in your heart. Surround yourself by the people who love you, okay, and who you love, and they will help guide you. With the Raven Spirit, that's a truth card. And, I think Spirit's trying to say that you will see the truth in things. You, surround yourself with that positive energy. The truth will come to you, okay? And then Standing Stones, Passage, and it'll lead the way. Like, that truth and that family and all that good stuff. There's definitely a positive passage for you, okay? There is a good path, and just follow that path. And follow that beautiful intuition of yours, your instincts, and you'll get through it. Because it in the near future, it showed, once you made that decision not to reunite, not to go down that path of going backwards, it shows that things start changing, okay? And your luck starts to change. So I wish you well, and I hope that this reading helps you. I'm sending an abundance of blessings to you and lots of hugs and kisses. This is My World Tarot, and I'll see you at the next reading.